What's up? Hello. Questions about the whole Chris and Parker situation. I'm waiting for people to come in so we can talk about it, but I know that people will watch this later, so I learned to start recording before people come in. Basically, my heart is not allowing me to believe that man would do something like that. I'm not going to believe it. I would hate to think that it's fake. Um, in my personal opinion, I would like to say I believe it's fake. I believe that this might be something that they might have brilliantly thought out together. And I'm only thinking this as an older woman. I've been watching this young man as a father and a husband when he was. Yes, as a cheater. I didn't never see that part of him, but heard. I've seen this, but looking in his eyes on camera, I've never seen a beast. A beast won't look you in the camera. They won't look you in your face. A beast won't laugh and smile after they've hurt someone around their child or in front of their child. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to apologize later. But my opinion, personally, for the young kids that don't know, October is Domestic Violence Abuse Month. So, in a way, all the stuff that I've seen him go through over this past year or so, and the stuff that, I've seen him put his ex wife through as well, heard, seen a little bit on camera. I've never watched it, so I don't know. I seen somebody come in, but I'm just talking. Hey, Sugar Bay, how are you? Yeah, I was just talking because I'm talking about this Chris thing, and it's really been on my brain the last couple of weeks. I was moving, so I haven't been able to come live. I haven't really been doing too many videos, but now y'all can see I did. I colored my hair finally. I got it red, a little something. It was supposed to be purple, but it came out a little red. But I got rid of the gray for now. Hey, Nervins. So yeah, I'm on here because I I already said it, and for those who won't watch it later, y'all see. But and I will apologize later. But I think, my personal opinion, I think that Chris and Parker planned something for this month, and I don't know. I hope that that's what it is. And I'm saying it like this because I'm totally against domestic abuse. I'm not for it. I'm not with it. If I found out that somebody was abusing somebody, yes, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to speak out about it. I might embarrass somebody with some stuff I might say because I don't like it. But my heart, my personal opinion, I don't believe that he touched her in that manner. I believe that they may have sketched something out for this victim violence month. It's just weird to me that it happened this month. It's weird to me that he has a song coming out talking about it. Y'all gotta think. I just think that it's something, it's a lesson for these kids to learn out here, if that's something that it is. If it's not, at the same time, it's still a lesson for the kids to learn out here that every day of life is not to be taken for granted. It's not a joke. It's not to be laughed off. You don't talk about people. You don't make fun of people. You don't know no one's story. I've said this before many a times, and the smart ones catch on when I talk. Other ones, they're catching on now because they're finding out that everything I was saying before I was just talking. I ain't know it was going to happen, but it happened. Sometimes people predict things and they don't want to, they don't mean to, but it happens. I just innocently, by watching the stuff that I see on the internet every day, I got on my camera and I spoke about things. How they came out true, don't know. How people got mad at me, I can understand because the stuff I said, I wouldn't want to hear myself. But me as a person, an older woman, I felt like things needed to be said. As far as this thing here, like I said, in my past, I've been touched and abused by men. And I'm not going to say men, but my ex. He's put his hands on me the wrong way, where I had to have him arrested. And then he blamed me and left and didn't want to come back or talk to me or for months and went and been with somebody else because I was protecting myself, or I called the cops because I couldn't protect myself. And I'm a big woman. He's a little guy, and y'all know if y'all follow me. But that anybody who is domestically abused, the cops are usually involved some way, somehow. I just feel like if this was true and if it was real, he wouldn't still have a camera in his hand. He wouldn't be on here saying what he's saying. I just can't find it in myself to believe it. I just can't. And like I said, I'll apologize to her later if it's true. And ain't no hard feelings lost because I still love her. I just don't know why, if she was abused, why she wouldn't speak out or want other young women to know. So I just feel like it was, I just feel like it was a plan that was sketched out to teach a lesson to this young community that's out here because it's something that I've thought about doing, but I can't bring it to myself to come on here with makeup on my face and say that my man battered me and tell y'all that to y'all face because that's not me. But I felt like doing it. I wanted to do it. I thought about doing it, but I can't. I'm going to read some of the comments because I want to know how y'all feel. This is just how I feel. Kalia Bowden. Hello, how are you? Nervous, I didn't think it's planned because you said, I don't think it's planned. Is that will be disrespectful to the people who have been abused. But this month is domestic abuse month, and technically, when you say this, and this is you, Nervins, when you say it's not right to people that have been abused, it's a lesson, and it's the only way to be learned sometimes is to actually show it. He has been abused too. He has been abused by social media. He has been abused, like I say, over this last 2 years that I've been watching by a lot of people. Like I was taunted for a couple of months, but just imagine every day of your life for 2 years and not trying to speak up for him. I'm sad because I can't swallow my spit. Y'all know how I feel about the YouTube family, period. I get emotionally into it. I can't bring it to my mind, my body, my soul. Until she says that he did something, I don't think he did it. I think they're gonna come out and tell y'all. Or break everybody's heart because people are only mad at him. But at the end, you'll understand later why. Because I would, I will, I would forgive both of them. Oh, Kalia, you said, oh, you moved back to Philly. I'm sorry. Let me go back up. Nope, Nervins. Nobody said anything yet. I was watching. Hold on. I don't think it's me. Because you rewrote that. All right. Chris wrote a letter on his Instagram. It sounds very different. Yeah, I read it. That's what I'm saying. I went through that. Hey, Frank, how are you? So, okay. So I wasn't going to go live because my girlfriend, and we're older women, she was like, Nettie, you need to plan out something for this domestic violence month and do a video, do a play. And I was going to because I thought about it, but I was like, I can't do nothing like that. So then I got on and I was like, I watched Martin Lewis's video. And while he's talking, he's reading all the texts that are going on Instagram. Mind y'all, and I've been saying it for the past year, that people use these all these platforms to bully people and abuse people and whatever, from Twitter to Instagram to YouTube, and it's affecting people all around the board. So what's better than to have all this going on Instagram, and now it's all being taken over to Twitter. Meanwhile, it can affect the YouTube proper unit. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. The YouTube community as well. It could make him lose a lot of followers right now. I'm sure he's getting abused by the children 10 times more. Um, so I would, of course, he would write a depressing letter because he's supposed to be depressed right now. But when it was time for him to smile last week, he was smiling. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see someone who could do it unless he was really mentally messed up. I've never in my 40, and I'll be 42 in a couple of months, in my 42 years, I've never seen a man that would be like her friend, like they were saying he's narcissistic, liar, this and that. This is going to be made into a movie one day. It's going to be made into a song. Something's going to come out of this. I'm telling you, I just can't. And like I said, I have to apologize to anybody out here that's been abused. I just don't feel it in my heart that he could actually look into the camera to all his fans, 2 million and more fans, and be lying straight face to us and smiling and had his child in the house at the time. He just does not seem to be that type of father to me. And I've came across all type of people across the board in my lifetime. So he would be a very rare one if that's him. If he's the person that social media is saying he is, then I'll push for him to get mad help. I might pay for it on some real stuff. That's how I feel. I just don't feel that's him. I don't. If I felt it in my heart, I would say so. But my heart has never really failed me in the past, so I just don't. I don't. Hello, Miss Diaz. Oh, thank you. And this little Dino's therapist, she said, I like your hair. I said, I woke up like this. But really, I put some color in there, and then I put the deep conditioner in, and I left it. And I just left it, and I woke up like this. I really did. So we're still hanging around the house. I'm going to do a new apartment tour soon, okay, y'all? But it's a new apartment. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing real good, y'all. So I moved. I'm back home in my hometown. I'm back in my apartment that I lived in for 14 years. I left it for 5 years. I was hurt. I left it. I'm glad I'm a good person. I'm glad I'm a good tenant. Um, my landlords came in. They remodeled the whole apartment for us. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all see a little part. I'm gonna do my tour later, but we got all new floors, and they're not done. We got our washer and dryer room back, our walk-in closet. So there was some stuff that I was missing in the apartment that I was living in. Um, I was paying, and I told a lot of people this. I was paying almost $1,200, and there was mold growing in my windows, and I just don't do stuff like that. There's just some stuff that people can't tolerate. So there was stuff I was going through, and again, I had just lost my mom. So I'm like, I feel a lot better, y'all. I just paid my car off. A lot of good things have been happening for me in the month of September, and here we're into October now. So now I'm back to my YouTube thing because I'm back to being me, and but I still want to be doing good things for good people. So I have some ideas that I'm trying to do, changing up. I'm just letting y'all know a little bit about what I'm thinking about right now. So I have some ideas that I want to do, um, which involves me helping victimized women of abuse and their children, looking into helping them raise money for lawyers. So this is something that I'm in the process or in the works of doing now. And I already have a friend who was literally brought from Africa, and she was married and had children by a man, and he's been abusing her. He was abusing her ungodly until she left. But she left her kids, and that's the wrong move. People don't know, but some people go through it and they have to do it. And now she's suffering because he made her look like the worst person in the world. So I knew her story. It was just never mine to speak of. A cousin of mine who was her best friend told me her story. So I met her. I've hung out with her at parties a couple of times. I've seen her being mistreated by her husband. So my heart had me reach out to her on social media as she was going through her stuff with her husband. And that's why I always say God works for a reason. He got into her media account, shut all her stuff down. She was able to redo accounts, and I was able to keep up with her because I'm nosy. So I was able to check up on her and keep up with her and make sure she was okay. I was following her up until I seen she had another baby, and then I didn't see her other kids with her over time. So I was like, I finally asked her, "Where are your babies?" And she said, "You don't want to know my story." And I asked her, will she speak her story on the channel? She said she will, but it's too many tears right now. And I understand that. I understand her. And at this point, I don't even know if I want her to right now. All I want to do is try my best to help her. So I have something in mind. And I could tell y'all, I'm like, people always say, don't tell your YouTube family because they're going to steal your ideas. I don't care if people steal my ideas because guess what? It'll just make it a better world. My cousin is an artist. I have a couple of cousins that are artists. So we're going to set up a website or something we got to do. And we're going to try to raise money to help these people with so they can get their children back and be able to at least be able to see them because she can't see them. He took them. And I don't think that, first of all, he had the right. I don't think no one has a right, first of all, to claim someone as their property. He claimed her as property. He treated her like she was property. And she was abused for so long that she had to walk away from her babies. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to really talk about it. All I know is that the story I heard years ago that we don't hear nowadays, he took her in and treated her like a slave in her own house. So yeah, I probably would have walked away too, but I probably wouldn't have left my babies. But young women out here today, they don't know no better sometimes, okay? She's 27 now, so Her oldest is probably like 6, so she was a baby. She was a baby. And this was about 5 years ago when I started to get to know her. So I kind of understand why she walked away. But when she came back for her babies, he has the money, he has the power. He even, I think at this point, like I told her, I think he paid her lawyer not to speak. Because for 2 years she's been paying a lawyer and they have not been to court yet, not once. So, like I told her, sometimes you and your lawyer aren't speaking loud enough. Sometimes it takes a whole village to speak for you. And I let her know that as long as I have a voice and a platform, I'm going to speak about stuff like this because it's happening every day. Yes. In South Carolina, when I was living down there was still a lot of slavery going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's bad. It's bad. People don't talk about it though because they stuck there. Why not? Some people don't know certain areas. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but you still have it. You have people that don't have places to live, so people got property. And they like this. If you want to live here, you work these fields, and that'll pay for your housing. So I guess it's not like slavery, you know? But for minimum wage, it's slavery. That's stuff they don't know because they're not from here. Some of them are illegal, so they don't have a choice. But at the same time, what gives people their right? What gives people their right to treat people these ways today in today's world? Like I told her, what right does he have to take her babies from her? What right? They're half hers and they're half his. I'm not saying he don't have a right to steal them or have them, but you don't have a right to have them full time. You have a right to go to court and lie on her and make her a person that she wasn't because she wasn't the person you wanted her to be. People are crazy. It's sad, the stuff that people do to. What's your thoughts on Clarence's mom's thoughts on the situation? I don't know what her thoughts are. What were her thoughts? What were Clarence's mom's thoughts? Because I didn't see. Did somebody do a video? Let me know because I'll watch. I'm telling you, I was moving. Now, as far as Queen's grandmom not liking Clarence, um, well, I'm a little old fashioned, okay, and I kind of agree with her grandmom in a way. It's the way you do things. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And that's what I mean by people don't understand when I say that. And I know younger kids, y'all ain't going to understand until you get a little older. But there's a reason why she don't like them. And I've said this before. My opinion, and I'm going to keep stressing this. This is my opinion. My opinion, the way things went down. She was a married woman, and he preyed on her. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but that's what I see from there, where as an older woman, that's the only thing I could see that she wouldn't like him for. Because, like, if y'all know me and y'all been watching me, I don't have no problem with them two together. I have never said nothing against them two. But the fact that she was married and it's on the internet. It's on the internet. It's on the www. It's on the World Wide Web. That's my problem with it. It's too much going on the www. And so at this point, that's why I'm where I'm at now. I feel like all the stuff that Chris has been through this whole Clarence and Queen thing. Last week they talking about his mom, and that's not his real mom. The whole world knows everything about him. So if he went crazy and lost it for a minute, I understand that too, because I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. Social media, can it take you there? Can it make you crazy? Y'all go watch that 9 hour live. Go watch it. A lot of people think I'm crazy from that live, but I'm far from crazy. I'm a very smart, intelligent individual, and I'm loved. That's why I could still smile. Why people call me fat, a frog face, big nose, big head, big ears, old lady, gray hair. Yeah, my aunt thought I was going crazy because I didn't dye my hair for like a year, but summer. So if I dyed my hair, anybody who's a hairdresser or knows any better, they would know that if I put chemical in my hair and I went and got in chlorine every day, I'd be bald. Yep. I know this. I went to school for 3 years. I'm not stupid. I wear my hair like I do for a reason. This is my hair. Why not embrace it? It's my natural hair. If I don't want to do it, and that's what I told my aunt. I said, I'm fine. If they want to call me Martha, call me an old lady, whatever. If I gotta create an image for them to hear me, that's the image that everybody want to hear. That's y'all. It's the new internet. So watch. Look, I'm getting used to it. I got internet, but I'm trying to get used to it. My phone is still acting up. So anyway, um, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I just don't believe it at this point. I think it was something that was thought out, and at this point it was by any means necessary. They may get mad at us, we may lose people, we might this and that, but at this point somebody needed to catch a grip on this the whole community at this point. Somebody needs to jerk the community at this point because there's too much going on out here in the streets, period. I'm not going to just say the YouTube streets because it's happening all over the world. It's sad. It's sad. I can't stand the fact that, and I'm going to touch this. I don't care. I can't stand the fact that that whole thing went down with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. All this time I'm sitting here, I'm like, foul, sad, sorry excuse for a woman. And I have to say this, Cardi B did not look good at all. Not at all. I don't care what Nicki Minaj has said in the past. I don't know because I don't keep up on that stuff. But when it comes to being on camera and in the world, what you do there is what counts. Because you have older people out here that do not care nothing about her rap music. They don't care nothing about her being on Instagram talking about when her man is going to do her right. Some things are just not meant for the World Wide Web. And if you're a real woman, you would never talk about it on there. So if she don't like me for not saying she's not a real woman, then that's on Cardi B. But to me, she's not a real woman. She's a little girl, and she needs to grow up a little bit better as a mother. That's my personal opinion about that. Nicki Minaj, she maintained her composure. She didn't do anything. I'm not no favorite of nobody. I'm not picking sides. But when you're looking at it as a point of view, right is right and wrong is wrong. When she says she was a beast, she's a beast. She's made for the streets. And the streets are not made to be in my child's eyes. Sad. Right after that, little Dean text Cardi B. People are mean to me at school. Can you fight them? And it hurt my feelings. It tickled me at first, but the innocence of a child. I'm looking on Instagram and it said, can you come fight this girl for my son? So he wanted to act like he was me talking to Cardi B. She should know it was a child. But at the same time, this is what the child is thinking about you, that you're there to protect them. And if it was in a good way, cool, but not to just be out there in the world doing this stuff is not good. And like I said, it's not just the whole fight thing, it was the whole Instagram stuff with the, the, yeah, talking about your bedroom talk on the World Wide Web. It's not for it. There's other ways that somebody, that's not funny. I was going to say, everybody say, oh, they're funny, they're funny, they're funny. I love what they say. No, they're out here teaching people's children how to do things that they shouldn't be doing at this early age in life because there's no filter on things these days. You know, you have the YouTubers out here. Oh, I can do what I want to do, because my content is only for certain ages. But you know that that most of your subscribers are babies, but you're still sitting there telling them how you made a baby. Are they kidding me? You tell somebody how you made a baby. You tell them what night you made a baby. You tell them how you felt when you made the baby. Like, are people crazy these days? When they want to ask me, am I crazy? I got a baby, but y'all won't know how I made them or when. Although y'all know. Yeah, grandmas know, just like mamas know. Hello, boss lady Lexi. How are you? Hello, Easted. I'm missing some. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Yeah, so something she feels not right, something's not right. It's something that somebody's not telling us then. And they ain't gonna tell us, because don't they always say they only tell us what they want us to know in their 10, 15-minute video? Grandma knows something. And for grandma to pick up her phone and start talking like that, they talking about how grandma know how to use her phone. How grandma, they know how grandmas use a phone. They was sitting there talking about me, wasn't they? Grandmas use phones. And if they don't know how to use one, somebody else show them real fast. No, I was cracking up when I seen Grandma on there. Grandma is trying to tell everybody something, and nobody wants to hear them. I really want, if I saw Grandma and Mom, I would like to know how they feel about what I've ever said. And I bet you they probably say I ain't said nothing wrong. It's just that out of love, they can't say it. They ain't going to say what I say, you know? Me, I have to be cold hard because they're not my family. You know, they're just street people that are putting it on the WWW. So I come out here and tell them, please don't put this out here like this. And they crucified me. But I'm going to keep on talking just like they did. They did our man, they did our Father Jesus Christ like that, didn't they? They crucified him on the cross and he still came back. So I'm gonna keep coming back. I can't say that I could sit here and preach to everybody because I don't know the Bible like that. That's another mission that I'm on. I need to learn. I need to learn a lot more about the Bible. I want to learn a lot more about life, period. It's a lot that I don't know at 42 years old. And I'm going to learn it now. It's time to learn. You know, as a mother, after 10 years of motherhood, still got to learn some stuff. I have babies on here telling me. And I take their advice sometimes. Because sometimes we all slip, till you see it in your face. But you ain't going to see me on here in the bed laid up with my man telling y'all nothing like that. How to do nothing. I don't like that. That's horrible. People might think I'm wrong for my reaction videos, but it's a message in every video. And I'm only speaking truth from the heart and love. I don't hate anyone. I love too much. That's the problem. So it's sad, but it's true. Glad to hear that. I got to see the baby one day. I came in on one of your videos. I don't even know if I got a chance to say anything, but I got to see the little baby. Do you think Queen? Didn't I tell y'all a while ago? I think he thought it was still going to be hope later. Um, and at the same time, that's kind of why at that time when I did the other video with my ex, he told everybody after 20 something years, I'm with Dean in love with a child, and he's still in love. Sometimes no one can ever fill that place in someone's heart. It don't matter who it is. So that's why I can say at the same time, I'm not going to say he didn't do this. I hope not. And I'll come back at him if he did. But innocent until proven guilty in my eyes. So I would never say that he did it. I just don't feel it in my heart that he did it. So I don't. I just don't. I'm gonna keep on saying it because I don't. I don't believe it. I just believe that they gonna come out and be like, "It's Victim Abuse Month. Y'all need to wake up and see." And if they don't say that, I'm saying it. They need to wake up and see what social media can do to people. It can drive you crazy. It can get somebody killed. It can get somebody hurt. It will. So back to your question, Nervins. In a case like that, when you're in love with somebody and they go get pregnant by somebody else, you'll lose your mind. So there was a story that me and Dean said we would tell one day about 15, we got together 17 years ago. And about maybe 12 years ago, we broke up for like a month. And he dealt with this other girl. And the first thing she hollered was, "I'm pregnant." And she didn't say that until we got back together. So, me, I shut shit down. Excuse my French. But I said, okay, she pregnant? Well, guess what? She got to deal with me, not you. From now on, because I'm your woman, she got to deal with me. If she's pregnant, she got to go through me. I deal with the money. I handle the money. I'm the woman. So if she need money, she got to come to me. That's how women do things. So I said, I'll take her to the doctors so we can find out for sure. So I takes this girl to Planned Parenthood. She goes in the back. I'm out there waiting. She comes out. I'm not pregnant. I say, can I talk to the lady in the back? Because I have a medical assistance degree. So I know they ain't allowed to talk to me. I say, can I talk to the lady in the back with your permission? Sure. Go in the back. The lady says, no, she's not pregnant. Negative test. Okay. I went crazy on this little girl in my car afterwards because I thought she was lying. A couple of weeks later, my neighbor comes and tells me, you beat her up and she was pregnant. I lost my mind because I thought if she lost her baby, then I would have went to jail for murder. Oh my God, I would have hurt somebody's child. That is not me. That's not my heart. I let my emotions get involved. So anyway, come to find out she is pregnant. Later on down the road, come to find out she slept with my two brothers in the same week or two that she conceived. My two brothers and my man and 10 other men. So I know about them women that sleep around. 9 months later, I'm still waiting for a baby to come. And trust me, my heart, my soul, my everything, with him living with me, had to wait. Every time I got mad, every time I thought about it, she lived right down the street from my mom. Anytime I went to see my mom, I had to see her sitting on her porch, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And all I kept saying was, when she dropped that load, I'm coming. You drop that load, I'm coming. You drop that load, I'm coming. She dropped her load, and I came. The cops came, and I'm glad he came, because I don't know what I would have did, y'all. I don't know what I would have did. But I'm glad he came, because he reminded me, and he was a friend of the family, because my brother is a cop. Well, was. He reminded me that it's not my control. I have to let him take over whatever's going on. Or if I did something wrong, I'm gonna end up somewhere else without mine. You know, I didn't have a child then, but I wouldn't have nothing if I got locked up over a man. Like for real. So I had to recognize real quick and just grow up. At the end of the day, the little girl then came out, didn't look nothing like them. I asked if they want to go for a test. They still haven't went for a test. They don't want to go for a test. 10 other people had to go for a test. The woman in me today, 12 years later, I want to say, let's still go for this test because this little lady is unfortunate, very unfortunate. She doesn't have anything. Every time I see this little girl, she's in rags. Her hair is not done. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. And God forbid if I ever found out that that was my son's sister and he had to see her raised like that, it would kill me. Because I have my mother's heart. I have to love her no matter what the situation is or was. But her mother says she's not his. So we have to live with that. As I see her grow, they talk about my son's handsome, he's cute. I have to stay in the way because one day they might meet up and end up making babies together and then find out later that they are biological brother and sister. This is how the world goes around. I'm just telling y'all, whoever's watching. I know some family members here. I know some little young ones are going to come later and watch and think that I said something about somebody bad. No, I'm telling my own stories. Things happen in life, and we just got to keep on going. It hurts our heart, it hurts our body, it hurts our soul. But we got to be us. We got to be people, and we got to come with love. See this little girl today. I talk to her. She comes up to my car and tells me how cute Dino is. I still try to, in my head, I try to make them look alike, but they don't look alike. They're Dean's West Indian, and in that blood is so thick. They just have them cheekbones. There was so many other guys in the neighborhood that looked just like him, and that's what's sad. She shouldn't have slept with 10 men. That was her fault. She messed up. She don't know who her baby's daddy is. Sad. Sad story for her mother, not me. So that's just a story I wanted to tell y'all. I was going to tell y'all on one of my little story times, but I figured I'll come out with it now. You know, I probably still will because people that don't like my hour-long lives, they don't watch my videos to get the point. I always have a point to everything I'm saying. When someone demonstrates to you something, you take heed and you have to. I think I just been through every situation, so maybe that's how I'm able to predict so much. You know, you can read through people after a while by just looking at them, by them being in a camera. Rather, they're going to look at you eye to eye, or rather, they're going to be like this. Yeah. Let me tell y'all. So this is what happened. I'm rich, y'all. I can pay for this. I'm. That's a straight liar. Somebody who's going to be real to you will look you dead in your face and tell you what they have to tell you. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a person off the streets. That's real. Real is real. So I feel like grandma is real, if you want to know. She's real. I feel like her mom is real, but she's stuck between her mom and her child, and she's never going to pick between the two. So I knew her stress too. Sad, because all I'm doing now is praying for all of them. That's all I can do. Because guess what? I'm happy. I don't need you. Everybody said I'm clout chasing. Ask me, have I gotten any money from YouTube? Nope, I haven't. And ask me, have I tried? Nope. They hit me up. So, people that don't know that have channels, after a while, AdSense will send you a letter in the mail to verify something like a code so they can start paying you your money in your checking account or whatever. So you're supposed to update that stuff with them. And I ain't do that. Like, I ain't do it. I'm just telling y'all who, we're still successful at YouTube. I'm still going to do it, but I haven't gotten around to it because I've been trying to move and had so much other stuff going on. So I'm just letting y'all know because that's something I found out. to be looking out for that letter in the mail from AdSense, I believe. Thumbs up. Hey, boo. Boo. Thank you very much. Dre the Goat, how are you? Said, I know who this is. I probably do. Is it my cousin? YouTube fam. You like catch me on YouTube. And my family talk to me, right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm talking about my. If they want to see Nettie, they gotta come to YouTube because that's where I'm at. Say, nah. I'm happy, y'all. That's the problem. I just moved back home, and I'm in my comfort zone. Hoopgo, what's up, Hoopgo? We ain't see you in months. Oh wow. How you been, brother man? Right? Y'all gotta excuse me because my asthma been jacked for a couple of months now. That's what I said. Look, Dean is getting his information together. Cause our little apartment that we was in and we was paying, I'm always real with y'all. But we paid 11, I was paying 1160. Yeah, 1160. No. Yeah, no, it was going to 1160. I was paying 1110, 1160. And I'm honest with y'all. Last April or May, all the time I was on here running my mouth. I was behind on all my bills. I was behind on my car note. I was behind on um my electric bill. I was behind on everything. And I was just like losing it. Like, what am I going to do? But I'm still, at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, Nettie, you need to handle your home. So I had to back up for a little bit and get myself together. So, Dean's been working the whole time, but we were just behind on stuff. So at the end of the day, that's why I always say God is good because I didn't know what I was going to do. I called my car note people. My car was supposed to be paid off in June, and I just didn't have the money at the time. So I didn't pay them. And I called them, and I was like, I'm a little behind, and I'm going to pay it off as soon as possible. And they was like, okay, but you owe us the money now, and there's no more note on it. So you have a daily interest acquiring on your notes, so you're gonna be paying extra money every day. So I'm like, oh my God, losing it. I don't have my mom no more because my mom she had me spoiled. I always say that, and I'm not saying it to be bragging, but I say it because some of us have to learn that we can't lean on our parents forever. That's one thing I was always told that, but my mom wouldn't let me grow. She spoiled me to the end. So anytime I didn't have, she gave and or lent me and I was faithfully paying back. So she would always give again. So I never found myself in a bond until she passed away. And over this last 2 years was bad for me. But I had to accomplish paying this car loan that was in me and her name off with, just that with that's $350. My car insurance almost $200. Rent's $1,200. The I got insurances. I'm estimated about $100 a month, but I'm just saying, you add it all up, it can be a lot. Electric, I owed them like $1,000, and I kept on giving them like $200 and $300, but then a new bill would come on top of it. So then it was like I couldn't get over it, and I was like, you know what? Slow down, Nitty. Breathe, pray to your side where you're supposed to be, instead of worrying about YouTube so much because I was, and everybody else's life so much. I was try to fix things that's going on in a world that don't have nothing to do. But I enjoy it here. I enjoy YouTube, y'all. That's why I'm here. For people that want to know why I'm on for 9 hours at a time, because I enjoy it sometimes. And if people are here to talk to me and they're watching, and I'm gonna talk. So I'm sorry, I watch comments. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to let y'all know how I feel. God will make a way. He did. That's where I was getting to. Okay. So I was like, I gotta pray, I gotta breathe. And then I called them in like I called the people in my office people in July. They sent the letter under the door. Your rent's going up again. Every 6 months my rent went up $60. How? When I signed a year lease here when I first came in. And the first apartment they put us in on the top floor, the roof, the floors started caving in. I didn't believe Lil Dean the one day he was in the bathroom. He said, "My floors are moving," and I was like, "Whatever." I know they're weak, but they was going in from the tub, separating from the tub. My foot went through the floor in the bedroom, and I'm like, "Oh no, not for $1,100. I won't. I will not." So, something got to happen. Somebody moved. I lucked up, and I ended up with a remodeled unit. Give it some months in a remodeled unit. All the mold that they cover up, it comes out as clear as day. Just know, y'all, because I like to teach too. Always have a camera in y'all hand, y'all phone. Anytime you walk in a place that you want to rent, that you think you want to rent, or I mean, even if you're renting for a party, or even if you're just going in to talk to somebody about something important, keep your phone on. Tape the conversation. Sometimes it don't hold up in court, but you have it. It's a good thing. Because I'm glad I keep everything. Because they moved me downstairs to a moldy apartment. And guess what? I'm a good girl. I didn't call the people on them. I ain't try to go to the mile on them. I just got myself together and prayed. And guess what? God provided. That bill got paid somehow, some way, magically that did. And I ain't lying. I kept paying on that bill, but somehow, in July, they was like, "You don't owe us nothing. You have a credit." And I'm like, doing the math, and I'm like, well, I gave him about 800, but it kept on going up to like 13, something like that. I don't know, but it got paid. God is good, y'all. It got paid. It got paid somehow, some way. I don't know. I didn't ask. I don't want to know. All I know is that it got paid. Because if I dig too deep, then they might be like, "Oh, that was somebody else's account." I ain't saying nothing. My God did it for me. All right. And I'm not lying. That electric bill got paid. So here we jump on into August. And I call like, "Oh my God, I haven't paid my car note. I forgot to call these car people from June to August." Am I kidding? They was like, "Miss Johnson, you are 60 days behind on your car note." I said, "Does this mean y'all could take it? And I only owe y'all like $600, something like that." I was too close to the end. I done paid $25,000 over this time for this car. So I'm gonna let y'all have it for six something, 700. I said, "I promise, I got y'all. I got y'all." Just keep praying. Dean's been working hard, doing what he gotta do. He's done got his raise, getting paid more than the managers. He's doing private jobs, getting paid good money. So God is good. My old landlord let us come back. We paying a nice amount for rent, way under anything I've paid in the last couple of years. I'm gonna tell y'all, I paid $900 for a 2 bedroom, and the city I'm in, God is good. God is good. And find a 2 bedroom for under $1,200, maybe 11. I might be exaggerating, but you can't. And it's usually not up to par. Not at all. I'm in a Mason building. The steps am upstairs, which I don't mind because that other place was loaded with bugs. I can't do bugs. I don't do bugs. It kills me. I don't. So they didn't care though. They didn't call for the guy to come out. He came out once. They charged me. He was supposed to come back. He never came back. I asked them what. They ain't know what I was talking about. How? Why? That's unprofessional. Okay. Don't let people treat y'all like this when y'all rent property and from people and stuff like this. Don't. I should have known when I first moved in. I asked them to change the air conditioner. And when he pulled that air conditioner off the wall, it was mold behind there because he pulled a piece of paint off. And I was like, wait a minute, mold. And he said, no, 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 that's just from water humidity. You don't do, no, no, no. I've been here, like I said, for 14 years, and I'm back for another, I don't know how long, until I'm ready to buy my own property. I'm gonna stay because these are good landlords. I've never seen mold in this place at all. And I went from their one bedroom unit. Me and Dean stayed there for like 7 years. Then we moved to the two bedroom unit, and we stayed here, yeah, like another 7 years. And then I left, and I'm back, and I might stay this time. But yeah, and when I say that, meaning I might be old up in here, like I'm comfortable. I am totally comfortable. All they did all new paint, all new floors. They got rid of the carpet to help with my allergies. I'm loving it. Yeah. You know, bugs like carpet too. I'm just, it's so much I can say because I'm keeping it real with y'all. And I know Dean's coming with the videos soon to show y'all everything about this property because we want to make sure no one goes there to rent. It's like, but I love the pool. I ain't going front. The pool was cool until the lady told me it was a dead rat in there. That I was done with because they scooped it out and kept it moving. No, you shut it down and you do something. I ain't go back after that. I was done. I was done. Done, done. So, sure, a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear about that. Oh, yep. Yes, Face Squad. So God will make a way somehow. And He will. He provides somehow, some way. But yes, a girl has been through a lot. That's why I have stories to tell. And sometimes when I see something on the internet and it reminds me of something that I've been through, then that's kind of when I do my little reactions. And I was doing reactions on certain people because certain people are the ones doing the provocative commentary. If I'm using the right words at the right time. And I know, you know. But I'm glad because YouTube is putting a clamp on a lot of stuff right now. And it can still be fun. Like, it can be fun and you can just not be wild with it. Like, it's just crazy nowadays. So I'm glad that they're making a lot of changes right now with titles. You know, you can't title things a certain way if it seems too hostile. If you name certain names in them, now you can get a strike, and not a strike, but they call it a yellow mark because when you go into your creator studio, it'll be yellow. And then so like what I've noticed is if I word something a certain way, it might turn yellow. So it might seem like I'm coming at somebody too hostile with my words. And then I might change the title and then it'll turn green. So it's like they're really particular with the titles that we use in our videos. So we have to watch that. And that's why a lot of people use clickbait because certain words they can use that can get by, you know? So that's for people who are doing YouTube. Because that's why I said I'm still doing my YouTube, but it's not something I'm pushing. I wanted to do first. I thought it was going to grow, and I thought, oh, I could get a house and get adopt some children. But the more I talked about that, the more hate came to me for that. And it's sad how things are today, but it's true. It's real. So if I don't ever get to do that, at least I can do other things for people. So my mission right now, again, is to help this friend who has been abused domestic she was in a domestic abuse relationship, marriage. I want to get her word story. I heard was that her husband kind of like he did give her family a cow and money for her. So it was like old back in the day trade. but nowadays, and that's not cool. But it's that's their life, how people live. Like I say, and I'm putting my hand up. That's how people live. Some people live, and I've seen it in South Carolina. I just choose that I can't live like that. I can't. They still segregate churches at places down there a lot. That's how it is. But this is how it was for her. She has these babies now who are being raised without their mother because their dad doesn't think, because she wouldn't live. I'm not going to say that he thinks she not fit enough, but because she wouldn't live by his rules, she can't see her kids. And I just think it's not fair. I don't think it's right. So I'm speaking up and out for that. And her and many other people who want to reach out. So again, my cousin, I talked to her, and she was away in Hawaii right now, but she is offering her voice to sing songs, and my niece, they'll sing, and we might do like little things out here just to like kind of raise money to help women with lawyers. And I'm saying that because that's what I would focus on. I don't want to put money in someone's hands and say, go do this. We want to make sure that these people out here, and I'm saying as a group that I'm forming with my family members to start. And I mean, when I say family members, I only talk to my biological family members. That's who I'm speaking on. YouTube, I might make it a part. That's something that everybody might want to help out later. And, it might be something that everybody wants to do. And eventually, everybody can help out victimized women. I mean, I want to say men at this point too, but we're focusing on the women that are being taken away from their children. And these men don't have a right to lie on them or, abuse them and then take these children. I could see if she was abusing the children or if she did something around them that wasn't right, you know what I mean? Then I can see it. But for you to actually go in court and lie, for someone to be taken, so he could get partial custody, knowing she can't afford a lawyer, that's why he did it. He knew she was never be able to afford a good lawyer like he can. So I just think it's sad, but you know. So when I talked to my cousin, we both thought, well, what better state to start in? Our family is from South Carolina, and we have someone that I met down there. And my cousin's like, we're gonna talk when I get back. So and I didn't tell the girl, but I plan on trying to help her get back into her children's life because now she has a 2-year-old and she needs to be able to see her siblings. I don't think that man should be able to separate them due to the fact that she was not a legal citizen. So I don't know the whole story, like I said, so I can't really speak on it. But I don't know if she got her papers now or not. But that should still not be a reason or a way for him to dominate any power over her and her children. So that's my personal opinion and how I feel about her situation. And that's just where my heart is right now, to try to reach out and help her. She's like, you think a lawyer gives their money back? I don't think they do, but I don't know. I don't know. I just know that living in South Carolina, sometimes I seen a lot less poverty, a lot more poverty than when I lived there. That if I could reach out to people, I would try to reach out more so. And at first I was saying, I wanted to feed the homeless, but then I had to think of, certain safety precautions of going out on the streets nowadays because Philly is becoming like one of the number one. I ain't gonna say number one, but it might be one of the murder capitals right now. And it's sad, but it's the murder rate is very high here right now, and it's sad. It's just because people People are taking lives for a piece of candy these days, or $30 or $40, and it's sad, or maybe nothing, you know? So it's sad, and I'm sure everybody's hoping, wishing, and praying for a better world in general. But yeah, I was trying to see. Ain't nobody else saying nothing. And I might just get back on later. Is anybody still in the room? Oh, all right. Well, I'll get back on later if anybody has any questions, or, if y'all just want to chat about this live stream, because I'm sure people are going to have their opinions. Everybody heard my opinion. I just can't bring it in my heart to feel that Chris Sells is an abusive, or what do you want to call him? Narcissistic. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't feel it. And if I have to apologize to my baby Parker later, because she is my girl, I love all of them. Don't get it wrong. Um, I would have to apologize later, but I feel like this was something done for Domestic Abuse Month, maybe. And if they did it, it probably was a wake up call for all the young kids to learn that social media is not a game. It's like so much like real life. People can end up hurt. People end up hurting someone because of something someone said to them, so. And all that being said, all I can say is always keep God first and love yourselves, and it makes it much easier to love others. Until we meet again.